Well, folks, how are you? Been missing you. Our little daily vlogs, which kind of came to an end, not only for yourselves but me too. But happy to know that you managed to get the old what do you call it? The old um, French gig the other night, which was good. Um, Nice. A little different setup. I moved the keyboard slightly, brought it back here. There was no Lark's train, no pricks on the bridge. Had to try and speak a little bit of French, which wasn't very good. It was pretty shit. So, oh yeah, when we did a couple of songs, that one. Dear myself, here you're feeling down. The memories finally got to you. You're running out of town. You woke me up crying in your sleep. So yeah, we did a wee bit of that. We did a wee bit of guitar. I did the setup differently too because the guitar had was plugged in, which it is tonight again. That's better. Um, and so yeah, I was just going to do a couple of songs tonight, not too much. Oh, there's the train. Hello, Largs people. Yes, we're back. We're back. Go on home. Get yourself dried off. Yeah, have yourself some langoustine. They wouldn't have had as good a food as I've been having. I had some lobster last night, which was delicious. So yeah, so the news, the shall we? Wish we could do a drum roll. Competition winner. There's two. Going through the correct answers. There wasn't a lot of completely. In fact, there wasn't any completely correct answers. But the two people who only got one wrong were Jim Brown and Debbie Bray. So I reckon we don't flip a coin or do any of that crap. I reckon we just we arrange to do a gig in both your places. Who cares? It's good, isn't it? That's what competitions are all about. So I'll come and play in both your houses, Jim Brown and Debbie Bray. There was many people, that came close, but there's a few people stumbled on answers like my favourite colour, which is blue. Maybe should read you the answers out. That'd probably be fairer, wouldn't it? So cancel that. So the answers were: how old was I when I joined the Silencers? 25. Who was the presenter of the child's TV show Junior Showtime? Was Bobby Bennett. My favourite colour, blue. Sunnyside Pal, which country was it recorded? It was recorded in the USA, and the mixing, mastering was Dan Wise, Michael Brower, and Greg Calby. What Silencer single did I sing as the B-side? Ordinary Man, which was Bulletproof Heart. What's Chaz's middle name? Is McHugh. Number 7, where was Deborah from? France. What's the island I can see from my window? Not today anyway, is Arran. Name of the guitarist on the first and third albums of Sunnyside Pal and Slow Commotion was, of course, my dear friend Jack Petrozelli. Oh, here we go with the names. So hold on. I might have to go and get the brush. This is early. Jack has played with everybody: Rufus Wainwright, Marianne Faithfull, or maybe not Marianne Faithfull. Recently, yeah, I can't remember all the names, but endless, absolutely endless. So yeah, Jack Petrozelli is there. 10 violin and keyboard player on the Silencers was, of course, our lovely Ayrshire man Davy Crichton. Caesar's album name is Time. Who who did I dedicate the Jersey Sessions to? Of course, my dear friend Demos Valarku, who did the whole thing. Which album was I Can Feel It on? Question number 13. Seconds of Pleasure. 14. Who did I co-write the music with for Dancing Shoes the musical? Of course, was Pat Gribben. 15. Which members of the Silencers are brothers? Stevie Kane and Phil Kane. But someone interestingly came back with also Connor and James O'Neill were also members of the Silencers that were brothers. There you go. Number 16. Which band did I play with in Canada before joining the Silencers? The Watchmen, the Night Watchmen. Couple of names about there. Either of those would have been accepted. Number 17. Catha Ray Tube Made Me Smile is from which song? This Could Be Love. Somebody mentioned it, that it came from Robinson Crusoe in New York, but that of course is a Silencer song, not my song. That's where I stole the idea from. Number 18. Who joined JJ on the Live at Cottier's album, which he didn't feature on the album but was there live on the night? Was of course the great Benny Gallagher from the fantastic Gallagher and Lyle. God, we need to get the brush out, right enough. Question 19. Who does Graham Duffin play guitar for? Of course, it's Wet, Wet, Wet. Number 20. My best friend's name is Paul Anthony Lennon. Of course, I named the album after Paul, Sunnyside Pal. And then we had who replaced Joe Donnelly for a time as the Silencers bass player. Of course, it was Lewis Rankin prior to Stevie Kane joining the band. Question 22. The Silencers sang a song about the moon. Of course, it was The Painted Moon. 23. Who played George Best in Dancing Shoes the musical? That was Aidan O'Neill, and a fine job indeed by Aidan. Which album is Sailor of Dreams from? From Seconds of Pleasure. Which headmaster expelled me from school, and what was the name of the high school? Of course, it was none other than the infamous Bob Crampsey in Scotland, and the school was St Ambrose High in Coatbridge. Number 26. Where did the Silencers get their name? It was from an old Dean Martin movie. Where are we? Yeah, it's the story about Matt Helm. Lots of people got that right. I was quite surprised at that. 27. Who was JJ's American manager, and which band did his brother play in? Of course, it was Miles Copeland. Managed me for 5-6 years, and his brother, of course, is the famous Stuart Copeland, drummer of the Police. 28. What was the first vocal JJ sang on with the Silencers? I Can Feel It. It was the first lead vocal that I took for the band. I had sang prior to that on albums. What was George Best? Number 29. A couple of people left this out and forgot to answer it, including Debbie Bray. What was George Best's favourite football team? It was Wolverhampton. Who was the person I asked to tell the truth? And of course it was Julie, but Julie is my nickname for the record company. That screen's thingy a little bit. It's annoying me. I'm going to do this, but it's on a little hook and it'll probably wobble a little bit. That's all right. Hope you've not been drinking. So it was Julie, and Julie was my nickname for the record company. Let's get it straight now, but nothing will fall. We're dealing in love, dear. You can't have it all. You're seeing a picture that's blowing your mind, 'cause I know that it will all work out just fine. My friend Jim in Coatbridge said he was following me with all the songs, and every time I went to the wrong chord he went with me. Brilliant. Give me no reason, you give me no rhyme. You're trying for treason. You're so fucking blind. Record company didn't like that lyric. I know what you're after, so get to the end. 'Cause I know that it will all work out, my friend. Julie, do you think the stars are made of gold? How many little lights out there are soul to soul? And are there any rocks out there for me to roll? Julie, don't lie. It says in the picture, it's clear in my mind. You're looking to push me, just give me some time. I need a relation, I needed a friend. 'Cause I'm waiting for the love you said you'd send. Now Julie, do you think the stars are made of gold? How many little lights out there are soul to soul? And are there any rocks out there for me to roll? Julie, don't lie. Julie, don't cry. Julie, don't lie. Yeah, there we go. So Julie, don't lie. What question was that? That was yeah, that was question number 30. Question number 31 was, what label released my first album? Edel Records in France. Nice German company who had some great ideas, and sadly the record company went into liquidation. Fantastic label, and sorry it didn't work out. 32, who did the artwork for Sunnyside Pal? My dear friend Brian McPhee, fantastic artist. Should check him out. McPhee, spelled M-C-F-I-E, Brian McPhee, who was also the guitarist for The Big Dish and played with Hue and Cry, and sometimes joins me on stage with the wonderful Ross McFarlane and, of course, our dear Phil, and brother Stevie, and amongst, I'm lucky to have some lovely friends and great players and stuff. So there we go, that's that. 33, who was Seller of Dreams about? Of course it was about Brian Keenan, the Beirut hostage, along was in captivity along with Terry Waite and John McCarthy. So yeah, that was the answer to that. Who produced Time and where was it recorded? It was produced by Stuart MacLeod and was recorded in Beetroot Studios in Airdrie, or just outside Airdrie. I can't remember the name of that area. And then who was the bass player and drummer on Slow Commotion? That was the fantastic drummer Liam Bradley and Nicky Scott. And I could extend this. Can I? Oh, hold on. I can extend it. And I shall get the brush. Yep, here we go. There's the brush. So Nicky Scott and Liam Bradley, they played with Van Morrison, Rufus Wainwright, Brian Kennedy, Gilbert O'Sullivan. Who else is Liam? Oh, everybody. Liam has played with pretty much everybody. Sinead O'Connor. Oh, there's another. Sweep that up. Yeah, so there we go. There's a few names there to be swept up. Yeah, so great drummer, great bass player too. Big Nicky Scott is a Belfast lad. Liam is a Derry man. Londonderry. The BBC DJ, I can't remember his name. He used to call it Stroke City, Derry, Stroke Londonderry. And last, but not mean by no means last. I don't even know what. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What is Last Destination about? It's about my idea of a fetus speaking about its desire to live, not politics. Don't read anything into that. It's just my idea. So yeah. So there we go. So I think Jim Brown and Debbie Bray. So a round of applause for them. And if you're watching, join me in that round of applause. What can I update you on? I can update you on. Oh wow, flooded, and also a house literally just up the way there get hit by lightning the other night, and it shattered all the roof and stuff. And so the thunderstorms, I know you will have, certainly here in Scotland we experienced some crazy thunderstorms. It was mental. So my garden out there, which you know from the camera angles that I've showed you, was completely flooded. You couldn't see the garden at all. It was just a river. So I've spent the day today starting to drill holes in a kind of exterior wall out there. And I got some pipe. I had to queue one of the stores. If you live in the UK, you'll know it's B&Q, but it's just like a big hardware shop. So yeah, I had to go and get some pipe today, and I tried to do it today, but it was the weather's been terrible. Yeah, so and also the foxes are coming along well. The mum is now bringing the fox up to the garden, the wee baby, one of the kids. In fact, she brought two of them up. My neighbour Linda told me they were out last night again, so I'll keep an eye out for them tonight. I'll try and film them. Lots of pricks on the bridge. Nothing dramatic's happened there, but there hasn't been. I've missed that actually. I've really missed looking out because I'm facing this way, you know, playing the piano. Yeah, I've really missed the pricks in the bridge. So yeah, hello to everybody and hello to you all, but especially if you're in like my cousin in Canada and Tony and Marie and. So it's nice to be back, and I've now got my old Yamaha, which has had a lovely pickup put in it. I mean, how nice does that sound, even although it's out of tune? It's a wee bit cold in here tonight, so and it's windy out there as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I built a pond. I need to stop watching Springwatch. I built a big pond outside. I'll put a picture of it once I get it finished. So it's this kind of 6 foot wide by maybe 10 foot long pond. Don't know if you can hear that. The rain is whacking it down. Yeah, nice to get the old guitar running again. I'm gonna show there's nothing that's the door. Well, it's been around here many times before. It's taken all my days and sleepless nights and it's put me in the backseat of my life. 'Cause I'm not setting the night on fire, I'm not putting the world to right. All I want is the light of day, just some peace in the dead of night. I want nothing from nothingness. I set my sails within the here and now, and I raise my voice, I maybe even shout. I'm tearing down the walls, I'm letting go. 'Cause the past, the future I don't know. 'Cause I'm not setting the night on fire, I'm not putting the world to right. All I want is the light of day, just some peace in the dead of night. I want nothing from nothingness, I want nothing from nothingness. No. I lost my summer to the golden sand, and I tried to run but didn't have a plan. Now winter's blowing all along these shores, and I'm cold and scared just like I was before. 'Cause I'm not setting the night on fire, I'm not putting the world to right. All I want is the light of day, just some peace in the dead of night. I want nothing from nothingness, I want nothing from nothingness. I want nothing from nothingness, I want nothing from nothingness. I want nothing from nothingness, I want nothing from nothingness. Yeah. Very nice to have the old Yamaha guitar back in play. So yeah, nice to sort of get you all back again. Let's read you a little poem. Yeah. I'd read you that one actually, and that one. Wow. I'm sure you can hear that rain. Okay, this is called Failing and Flying by Jack Gilbert. Everyone forgets that Icarus also flew. It's the same when love comes to an end, or the marriage fails and people say they know it was a mistake, that everybody said it would never work, that she was old enough to know better, but anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Like being there by the summer ocean on the other side of the island where love was fading out of her. The stars burning so extravagantly, those nights that anyone could tell you would never last. Every morning she was asleep in my bed like a visitation, the gentleness in her like antelope standing in the dawn mist. Each afternoon I watched her coming back through the hot stony field after swimming, the sea light behind her and the huge sky on the other side of that. Listen to her while we ate lunch. How can they say the marriage failed? Like the people who came back from the province when it was province and said it was pretty but the food was greasy. I believe Icarus was not failing as he fell, but just coming to the end of his triumph. There we go. And our dear friend, as always, William Seacart says this is a condition for divorce. I mean, my God, how pertinent is that? And today, where there's so many divorces and yeah. So anyway, it says it's also suitable for breakups and heartbreak. Divorce can be especially painful because it feels like it proves its participants wrong. You were optimistic about your love and what it could withstand. Now you see that optimism was unfounded. The sense of having been foolish, of having wasted one's time or been deceived, is particularly agonising in the wake of losing someone you love or once loved. But Jack Gilbert's poem Failing and Flying says something simple and initiative that makes all the difference. Your marriage wasn't a mistake, and the efforts you put in weren't wasted. Every happy moment that relationship brought you was a success. The simple fact that it's finished doesn't mean it wasn't worth pursuing, or that it didn't help to shape you into someone wiser. Sometimes there comes a point when a marriage has served its purpose. It will be more of a success if it finishes then instead of limping on into eternity. Undenying love is a wonderful idea, but both it and the institution of marriage were conceived back when average life expectancies were much lower than they are now. These days you expect to spend 50, 60, even 70 years with your spouse. It's a very particular, very hardy sort of love that can march over those great distances. One which is not necessarily better or worse than any other kind, but which is certainly rare. When we look back over our lives, there are golden moments, honeymoons in Provence, years in a particular lovely job, or just periods when everything seemed to be going our way. These flashes of glory are impertinent, but by God, are they worth it? Are they worth having? Not impertinent, impermanent. Sorry. These flashes of glory are impermanent, but by God are they worth having. If we can manage to see a finished relationship or a dissolved marriage as one of those moments, finite but precious and gleaming in our memories, then we will have neither fallen nor failed. There you go. I failed almost to read it. But a lovely book, The Poetry Pharmacy by William Seagart, which, as I mentioned in all of my vlogs, thank you, Joseph Donnelly. So there we go. I think that'll do us for a little visit back to see you all again. You know, I kind of want to do this, but I need to just put a wee bit more thought into it, and a wee bit more thought into what I'm going to do with supplying you with a bit more of the vlogs. So this was just to get back in to say hello, to read out our competition winners, and if Jim Brown and Debbie Bray could email me at jjgilmore@gmail.com. Well, that's went down slightly. If you could do that for me, then we could arrange sometime in the future when it's safe and all that sort of stuff to come and see you. So yeah, I mean, it's nice to be back and seeing you all, and I've missed you all. I've missed the conversations, the nice emails that I get from you, and we're still not going to play for a while, I don't think. So yeah, let me think a little bit more about what I want to do and what I want to say to you all, rather than just coming on a weekly basis, just to talk a load of shite. Really, a load of shite. He's talking shite again. There he is again, Ellen. He's on again, talking a load of shite, singing rubbish, and yes. So anyway, for the moment, that'll do us. I will look into seeing if I can incorporate some other things into the vlog and making it interesting. So let me know what you think. If you've got any ideas, let me know if you want me to keep doing a wee vlog every week for you. If you know, and if that's what we can do, then that's what we can do. But for the moment, toodaloo, the new.